Hello, everyone. I want to try playing a game on Pandanet again. I like Pandanet, and I kind of want to rank this account up if I can, but sometimes the games get a little bit long. I don't want to go too quick with the settings till I get used to the Canadian Bioyomi. Let's jump into a game and see how it goes, if I can get one. Oh, got a game right away. And I am white. Say hello. It's an 8Q game. He's a 9Q, though. I believe every couple games you rank up on Pandanet when you very first make an account, like every 5 games. So it shouldn't take too long. And I'm just going to play my normal 4-4 and 1-3-4. Ooh, approaching high. Always happy to just take the corner here. Oh, he's going to do that one. That was unexpected. Okay. When he hanes here, I'm just going to extend down. This makes it very simple for me. He extended down here. This leaves this cutting point, but right now I don't want to cut because there is some aji in the corner. So I want to extend here to get rid of the aji in the corner. If he fixes the cutting point, then that would have been good, but he did not fix it, so I can hane here now. Because I don't have to worry about my cutting points, I was able to extend my liberties with these 3 stones. So now he has to worry a little bit about his shape. And I think he could hane, but the simplest move here would just be to protect with like f16. And after that, I could just approach the corner or just move on in general. This extension would also be quite like a solid, thick move. So we'll just see what he plays. He is going to hane. So I kind of want to double hane. Can I cut directly? If he ataris, atari, atari. It is just a ladder going to the side of the board. It's probably not good right now. So just the double hane should be fine. I can still push because hane on top of this would be really nice for me. So he can't hane here because I can cut. And he has a shortage of liberties. This is an interesting cut. All right. He wants to sort of fight here, but this is bad right now. I can just defend my corner directly with B17, I guess, or B18, I guess. This should give me 2 eyes in the corner. And if he jumps out here, then I get to hane over the top and take the center. So I'm just going to defend my corner. I said he has this shortage of liberties in the center here. This is a little bit of a bad move. Of course, the empty triangle is a bad shape. I can probably directly attack him like this. But I want to get this hane first. The center is very important. Regardless of if I can punish this move right now, I need to take the important area first. I can attach here. I'm taking advantage of his shortness of liberties. So if he doesn't respond, I can atari. That's fine. Yeah, I want to stay strong against these 4 stones. I don't want to worry about this top area. So I think I will just I'll do the double tiger's mouth here, just to make sure there's no cutting points for me at all. He should probably capture the stone to be strong, but he doesn't want to do that. I can sort of punish him on the top here. We could try to go all out if we really wanted to, and try to do some sort of larger move here to force them to try to live. But I think just extending here should be fine. He can maybe do this jump, but he has a little bit of bad aji with these 3 stones. So we'll see what he decides to do. If he jumps all the way over here, then I will cut and then atari. Okay, I'll just extend one more time. He has to make 2 eyes now. And extend one more time to stay strong on the outside, because again, he has to make his 2 eyes. And this is a good enough punishment for him. Force him with this a large amount of stones to make 2 eyes. This is extremely painful. My group in the corner should be just alive. If he cuts here, I just connect on the top. And if he hanes, I can block. If he tries to do some sort of squeezing thing, I can capture the stones and it should be fine. Because my corner is fine, we just want to play a big move somewhere. We could attack this group. Seems like the most important thing. There's no weakness that I have to worry about on top. I could approach and make sort of like a base, but because this cut doesn't do anything, I'm going to pressure these stones first. The more center I get, the more I can figure out where I want to play in the top right corner. He is too aggressive right now. I'm just going to surround his other group. This also prevents him from connecting up underneath. I could jump up here or extend up or Hane. If I Hane, it looks like he can live very easily. So I will extend up instead. Getting this strength here should help with this stone as well. If he does anything to make this group alive, it's going to damage the stone that he played at c6, which is why you don't want to do something like this. So I have two options with this, right? I could do this one and try to go all out to kill the group, or I can play on this side. As you can see, the time limit right now, I'm at 6 minutes for 14 moves. This is why I need to get used to this time setting, because he has more time than I do. But I'm just going to play the very simple, easy moves. Let him live, just like I did on the top, right next to it, right? Just like I did there. Let him live. I could try to do something extreme, but I don't need to. I can just, I could connect or I could come underneath. I think just connecting is fine. He's probably going to clamp. I would expect that. Okay, good. He's just going to live. I guess this stone is a little bit annoying to deal with. To keep all my stones strong and connected, I either want to Hane here or take the corner directly. I think maybe the Hane on the outside is the stronger play. The thicker play, I guess, is more what I mean. Oh, playing just center, just Tengen. Okay. So I can just approach, just play normal opening moves now. I know he will play it wrong, so I'm not going to play P3, but I like P3. I'm just going to Hane for now, though. We'll just play the basic joseki, the attachment here. Just want to make sure we get a little bit of territory at the very least on the bottom here. This one is a little bit bad. This allows me to get this Hane in the corner, which makes this cut not work anymore. Because when he cuts here, I Atari him down, and then he can turn. But this move here gives me one extra liberty. So I don't actually have to worry anymore about this cut. This also makes the liberties on his stones very bad. So I want to push here to try to take advantage of that, because this Hane over the top is going to be very awkward for these stones. That's why I'm Haneing. He could cut me now because he turned, but I'm just going to not worry about it. I think the center is very important, so he's going to cut there right away. So I'm going to protect my cutting point and see how he wants to fight with this stone. Fighting is probably a good idea for him right now. I think he could have cut here, and I could have given that up and played in the center and gained a fairly large potential area. This is a mistake, for sure. I think he needed to fight from the other direction first. So I definitely have to extend the stone. Okay. Just extending. I'm just going to stay strong. He can take some points on this side. But the problem is that I'm getting a very large area on the bottom left side. So he eventually has to stop, because he can't just give this all to me. Maybe he will. Maybe he will, and he's fine with it. Guess I can just, I don't know. Maybe play this move. So the Hane over here leaves this double peep. I connect, he can cut through here, and I connect. I'm probably fine. This move allows him to Hane over the top, but I have this reinforcement that I did earlier to make my group very solid. So it looks like I could play this one here, just to sort of surround the area and be very strong. If he Hanes, I can Hane from this side, and he extends, then I can cut. If he does this one, then I could either block here like this, or extend. Extend is not too different. It's not too different. It doesn't seem like it matters too much. So I'll just block. If he hanes, I just block. These Ataris won't really matter. I'm very, very strong in this area. So this is actually making me even stronger. Since he can't do this Atari, he has to just connect, and I can just connect, or I can even give up these 4 stones. His 2 groups are alive, so these 4 stones are not really important anymore. But having this strength on the outside is big. And yeah, these 4 stones, I'm not going to worry too much about them. It is Sente, but this other side is very big. Let's play over here. Just break up his area. Let's just connect, like I said. He can take these stones, but I got this move first. That move is not doing anything. So let's do a double approach here. I still don't actually need to protect that at all. So we'll just surround his corner, because if he cuts here, I can just Atari it straight down. There's no threat against my group, because this stone is also potentially captured. I guess I want to turn here to make sure all my stones are working together now. Because this cut, I can capture the stone, or I can turn. So he's working really hard to get rid of my area here, but he sacrificed a lot to do it. So I'm going to be perfectly happy to take the territory like this. Even if he's living here, I'm perfectly happy to do this. Definitely not upset here. We'll just do the corner and just stay connected and strong. Probably a bit slow, but I am just going to play here. This is a very, very solid shape for me. If he gets this move, it's a little bit annoying, right? So let's just block this way. He can just live if he wants to, I guess. I'll block. He should not play this way. This is not a ko, because I can play this move. Because I have a lot of strength on the outside. So it's very difficult for him to manage this area. That is not alive, because I can just take away the eye here. It's fine if a 9Q is missing this, but this is something that everyone should know, or should try to know, is that once your opponent has a lot of strength here, it becomes very, very difficult to do anything. This one requires a little bit more reading. If I extend down here, he cuts, I Atari, and capture the stone, then he can push through here, which is Atariing. I connect, and then he can Hane here, maybe. But he can't do that because he has an Atari on his stone. So he has to connect solidly, then I can connect here. So it seems like it just doesn't work for him. If I connect solidly, he connects underneath, and then I could play something on this side to prevent him from making eyes. That could be the easier way to handle it. Just up to you. For me, I feel like that's easier, so I'm going to connect here. Gets rid of any Aji in this area. I don't have to worry about it. And we want to play on the second line here to prevent him from getting the eyes. If he pushes here, if he comes out here, this move doesn't really do much for him. So I can just surround him. But if he pushed, there was a potential shortage of liberties. But you can just play very simple moves with all the strength around. You just need to play simple moves here. He can't kill you or really fight back very well if you have too much strength. Potential liberty problem if I do this one here, because this cut and the Atari on that stone, it doesn't seem like it really matters, but just something to consider. There's definitely no way to make an eye here, so I'm perfectly fine extending up. In this case, this would be just giving me more points, so I'm perfectly happy to do that. This is why I was fine with him getting out to the side instead of trying to really, really force him to die in the corner. And the more he pushes here, the more the center group is also just not alive. Oh, man, that one's good. That one's good. But I can connect here. If he does this one, I can connect underneath because there's an Atari on that stone. So it's almost really good for him. But that was a really good reading for 9Q, actually. I don't know which one's better. I guess just this one. More liberties, right? Because of this Atari, this is difficult for him to do. This would be attacking my group on the top, but this does not have enough liberties to do so. If he wanted to, he maybe had to do the diagonal, or he had to come out the other way, but it's just a little bit too difficult. So I can just Hane here, and this group should basically be dead. Or I can come out. Just extend. The Hane was one of the better choices for him. He may have had something there. So I guess he's just trying to make life now. We do have a little bit of weakness with these knight's moves. So I think what I want to do here is protect this while poking a little bit at his shape. Now this corner should just be dead. And we still get to poke at him a little bit. Looks like we can just connect solidly. Often it's good to connect solid and force your opponent to fix their shape. And I'm just going to prevent this peep, which is sort of peeping at him, but he should just be alive fairly easily with this group. And we can just peep at his shape some more. We could probably just cut this off if we really wanted to. We do have a little bit of a shortage of liberties here, so we do have to be a little bit careful with this. If I cut here, he cuts me back. I have to capture the stone. Then he can Atari, and then Atari, and push, but it seems like it doesn't quite work. But there could be some weird trick here, so I'm not going to worry about that one right now. I'm not going to worry about cutting it that way. So what I want to do is I want to cut it this way instead. When I cut here, I can then cut on the other side, like this, with a double Atari. It just makes it a little bit cleaner for me. And then I don't have to worry about a shortage of my liberties here. I think the game is over, so I'll probably just still play it all the way through. But maybe I will skip some if I need to. We'll find out what I decide to do later. Okay, so the game is now over. He didn't go for too much longer, so that's good. But we should look at a couple sections to see where he could have done a little bit better. Some things to think about in your own games as well. First thing really is this top left area. Something to note is if you are going to be playing this joseki, you cannot block at e18 because there is this cutting point. I could probably cut right now if I really wanted to. So you have to be prepared that your opponent will be fighting you here. Mostly you should extend up here. This is the vital point. And then I could turn and play a very simple, like this. I could slide as well. Just simple moves here. It's not that big of a deal. If you really want to play this way, I really don't suggest it. But it's not really going to lose you the game if you do want to try this out. But I definitely suggest just doing this if you're going to approach high. Just play the simple way. This is still getting you some influence towards the center. This is not that big of a deal. After this, though, the game should be a little bit good for me. And there isn't too much that black can do. This was probably his first real big mistake, because I believe at this point I could just do this move to basically just kill these 3 stones off directly. But I do have some liberty problems with this group, so I should probably fix that first. However, this seems quite possible. But allowing me to just surround his group really easily like this was no good, even though he saved his group on the left side. This was an overplay on the left side. What he should be doing is saving his group on the top here. At the very least, Atariing this one. If I connect, he could just push, or he could just Tanuki now, because he should just be much more alive. Then he can play away, but this was just too much of an overplay to handle in this game. I could see that he might have been thinking that I was overplaying, and so he probably thought I needed to punish, right? So let's look at a way, like if he really wanted to punish, right? Was this the right way to do it? If he wanted to try to fight here, I think this is probably the correct cut. And worrying about the liberties on these 2 stones instead of giving me a stronger group. With this cut here, it's quite a few more liberties on this group, so it's really hard to attack. When you're trying to do these sort of punishments, I'll say, you want to cut where it would give your opponent the least amount of liberties. No matter which cut, you have to play at least one more move. But at least here, there's a possibility of these stones being attacked. The problem is, of course, that this group is very weak. And just me connecting like this is probably enough to be almost Sente for the top. But this is a much, much better fight for black to even attempt. I think I had a decent enough commentary during the game that I don't think I need to cover anything else. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to playing on Pandanet some more. All right, so have a good day, everyone, and have fun.